For more, we can bring in now General Ben Hodges, who's served as the Commanding General of the US Army Europe. Good morning, General. Always great to have you with us on the programme. Curious to hear your thoughts on this deal. Is anyone in Washington satisfied with it?
Well, I think the president probably is, because it gives him some reason to claim what he has done and to hopefully put it in the rearview mirror, were his words. I don't think anybody else believes that this is a good deal or sustainable or one that's going to last.
NATO defence ministers, they're breathing a slight sigh of relief, as our correspondent reported just earlier. What's the biggest red flag, though, in the draft that you have seen?
Well, you just touched on it. Lebanon is left outside of it, and the Israeli objectives for this war have not always been aligned with the U.S. objectives for the war, and the Iranians can see that. And so, the fact that Israel and Lebanon are not in the deal means that the potential for Israel and the Hezbollah to resume fighting is really high. I think that's one thing. The second thing, the Iranians will always be able to stop traffic through the strait. Again, they've discovered that they have their own nuclear weapon, and there's not much we can do about it. So we're in a much worse situation now than we were 4 or 5 months ago.
And what if this collapses then? What's next?
Well, the president said if the Iranians don't behave, then he'll resume bombing. I think this is, he said that to threaten the Iranians, but of course he will not want to do that right in the last 5 months before the midterm election. So the Iranians actually are the ones that have so much leverage right now. The U.S. Navy has done a great job carrying out their assigned tasks. They could come back in and put the blockade back in, I guess. But this is exactly the thing that candidate Trump said he would not do. And now here we are. It's a mess of his own making. And our allies are correct to be cautious about getting sucked into this. But I would imagine there is some relief, at least temporarily, because people are concerned about the NATO summit coming up in just a few weeks, and they're hoping that the president doesn't blow that up.
Indeed, Ben Hodges, temporary relief. I think that's a good way of putting it.